let's proceed to the next line of exploitation. So we're going to talk about the simple network management protocol. So SNMP is an acronym for simple network management protocol. So the first we want to run allows us to enumerate the service available on the target machine. So we want to enumerate services available on the target machine, or probably, if you maybe sense something is not right, maybe your Windows or your machine is misbehaving, or you want to see all the services. You want to see the net statistic of services that are running. You can use a net stat. Net stat is an acronym for network statistic. How do you use that command? Just type net stat. So it will give you all the established network, all the established network on your machine. So net stat works both on Kali, so on both on Linux and Windows environments. So if I want to automate the use of that command, you can do that with your Python scripting. So, but let me run the interactive shell so that to demonstrate that this command can actually be automated. What you need to do, so then really you start your Python. So you import the necessary module. So import the necessary module. You can now import the subprocess functions. So what we want to do the net stat. The net static network statistic. Net stat dash an. So you can see that you can actually run this command, automate this command with your Python. So for you to see whether you can use Python, automate a particular command, you can run it with your subprocess, the subprocess module. I'll give you some time to try that on your machine. All right. So let's proceed with the use of. So now that you've established, so please, for the sake of this lab, I've said make sure that you download Windows Server 2000, and I believe you also, when we started the class, so the first that will ask you to make sure that you create your lab, make sure that you have Windows XP running. So still on our we still want to do some further exploitation based on what we've discovered. So let's explore whether a particular whether we can enumerate the services So I know whether this window the SNMP run on port 161. So let me switch over to my Kali environment. Right? There's my Kali environment. All right. So let's try and run this script. This this script on the MR script. On the so run the script on your target window XP server and also run it on window 2000 server on your Kali. Let me be able to see my screen right. No, please note the IP address for your. I will explain the script. So what I'm trying to do, I want to see the available, whether this Windows, this port is available, and whether these services, the SNMP services are available. So telling me that the services is not available. But for your Windows 2000, the service should be available, right? Or let me try it on my Windows machine rather. My Windows machine should be 172 dots. Let me try it on my Windows. I have this Windows 10 172 dot 20 dot 10 dot 9. Okay. You can see because of the presence of the service actually open, but because of the presence of my Windows firewall, I couldn't get further thing. So what you need to do on your Windows XP, relax the firewall rule on your Windows XP and also Windows 2000. So by default, it was always relaxed anyway. But later version of Windows to relax that rule. So I'll run the command again. So if you run the command, you should be able to enumerate especially that SNMP. So using this SNMP script, you can also embed the script on your, about 2 lessons ago, we talked about how to use Python mmap. You can also use a Python mmap to do this thing. So I will give you another 20 to 25 minutes to try this equivalent of this script using your Python mmap. So having done that, you should be able to do a further enumeration to determine that the SNMP services is running and open on your target machine. So let's suppose that we have found a machine running on SNMP service, but unfortunately we do not know the correct community string. We can run the map SNMP boot script to find the correct string to use. So this is to run it is. So there is a script called SNMP boot. So you can run this with against your target machine. So if you run that, you should be able to get something similar to this on my screen. So let me try that on my box, right? Try that against your variable window XP box and your variable Windows 2000 box. You run it correctly. So before you run the scripts, if you go through the your SNMP brute force this particular LST. So let me quickly open up this. Let me open up this folder. So the location of this script. So what this SNMP brute force? It run it against SNMP communities.lst. You can further so you can update the list. Let's do this. Let's change directory to this guy. So we want to display the details of this guy. I can say that SNMP. So these are the listing. So if you feel that this still is not exhaustive, you can import your dictionary. You can get a more robust dictionary and put it on the mmap directory. So this is what the script does. It do a brute force against all of this. So that's what I was trying to explain here. The default word list used by mmap is stored on this file called SNMP communities.lst. So if you look at this, we're able to get that, okay, we can see the community string for public and admin. let me go back to my, there's public here, there's an admin here. So the default community string word list is quite small. Mmap offers the ability to use a custom word list by adding the following options to the previous command. So if you feel that, okay, you want to it's either you download the word list that you want and place it on that folder, or you can append your command with this as displayed on the screen. You just need to replace the word list with the part of the word only. So you just need to, if you have sec list package on your machine, you can find a good word list at the following part. So depend on the depend on what is available, and you can also download a more robust dictionary if you feel that you can there might be a possible other SNMP that are available. So you can modify your previous command and use your own word list this time. So I will leave it for us as a classwork. The complete command will read as follows. So something like this. So what you are just appending is this. So if you do that, you should be able to get more string. You can download the SNMP community string on the internet. So let me just quickly, if you feel that where's my, I have not opened my browser today. So I think this one is more. So this one, you can download this, or anyone that you think that is more, but I think I make use of this one. The common SNMP community string. So let me give you some time to do that. Download a more robust word list on your Kali and run this. Make sure that you get the path right. You should be able to get something much more interesting. So I will give you time to try that. So this is how to carry out a further attack based on the initial scanning animation you've done on your target machine. So I will give you some time to try that and also see if you can also leverage on Python Mmap to achieve the same thing. And you can also, where applicable, also leverage on the sub-process module to automate some of these command listing. All right. So in conclusion, we've been able to demonstrate how to do a further attack on NetBIOS and SNMP. As you know that SNMP and NetBIOS provide a wealth of information to a pen tester or red teamer. As previously stated, be sure to store all information obtained from this protocol as it may be valuable later in additional tests. These are not the only services that may reveal information. So you can also try other services like SSH, FTP, Telnet, DNS, HTTP, LDAP, SQL servers, NFS, IPsec, and many more. So should also be the target of your test. So I would be further work. Can you try as much as, instead of you to limit it to a particular protocol, you can do an MR to discover all the available protocols and see what you can, the level of exploration that you can do on the available open protocol on your target machine. Thank you, and do have a wonderful day.